What's going on, guys? It's Mac here from Cryptstar Staking, your #1 validator here on the Azero blockchain. Well, actually, it's a DAG, and in today's video, I want to go ahead and cover exactly why Azero is pumping, what's going on, what is this hidden giant, this secret sleeping diamond in the rough that I've been making countless videos on for months now, and people are like, what's going on? Why is it so good? Well, in today's video, I kind of want to cover some of the main key points as to why the Aleph Zero blockchain, or DAG, is set to become the next Solana. There's just no competition out there. Sui, Solana, it just has nothing on what Aleph Zero has to offer. Now, I'm just going to do this right off the top of my head because I've been diving so deep into this. It's like, basically, I can just tell you everything here right now. So, first and foremost, the team with Aleph Zero is very, 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 competent. And they aren't arrogant. So, they're not stuck up. They don't think they know what's best. They ask people for ideas. They ask for feedback. And they know that they're creating a service for customers. You know, just like in the old days, you know, the stock market, well, we still have the stock market now. You want to create a service for the customer, and those core services, those are the ones that are really going to shine in a bear market. And that's one reason why Aleph Zero is doing so well so well right now during this bear market, is their services they offer to clients are everything that a person needs in a blockchain. Now, some might say that POS is not quite as good as POW, but I think there's two sides, like there's pluses and pluses and minuses to both, okay? So with proof of stake, you use a lot less power, and you also have a way to go ahead and make passive income without having to run a really power-hungry machine, a lot of noise pollution, and in some cases other types of pollution such as aluminum and all the pieces that require you to create a GPU or ASIC miner. None of that is necessary for proof of stake. Okay, so it's a very eco-friendly model. Now, so basically the Aleph core team, they have both Discord moderators who do a really good job. They also have a marketing team who has made an amazing media set for content creators such as myself, so I can just go to the website, take all the images and stuff I need to go ahead and make my thumbnails, and it makes it really easy for anybody who wants to go ahead and, well, just be an ambassador for Aleph Zero. They can do it because they have all of the tools they need to go ahead and create content. I think this is becoming more and more prevalent as, you know, social media picks up more and more, and especially in a digital age, this is a very, very important thing you need to look at when you're considering jumping into a blockchain that isn't just a pump and dump. Now, other really good parts about Aleph Zero is that they are creating partnerships, and they are not, they aren't cult-like, I would say. I would say we all really like the Aleph Zero DAG blockchain, but they actually have a lot of partnerships with protocols that are building on other blockchains. For example, for example, the one I did the other day, Synther is actually building on like 5 other blockchains. And Aleph Zero still is working to partner with them so that they can launch on Aleph Zero. And they're not just saying, oh, you can only launch on Aleph Zero. No, they want to do a combined across blockchain, across ecosystem setup. And they're not trying to be sort of the winner takes all idea behind it. And I think that's very important because blockchain technology is going in all sorts of directions, which kind of goes with my next point. But Aleph Zero isn't actually a blockchain anymore. It's actually something newer than a blockchain, and it's called a DAG. And a DAG is a directed acyclical graph. I think I pronounced that right. But basically, a blockchain goes block by block, and a directed acyclical graph. Say that 10 times fast. Basically, it goes in sort of not parallel with each other. The blocks are pushed together, and they're pushed in batches. So it has the potential to be a lot faster, but it requires a lot more synchronization between the different nodes. And that's just in a very, very small nutshell, okay? So because you guys don't need to jump into the dirty details. For example, the only other DAG out there right now that I know is doing pretty well is Kaspa, okay? So Kaspa and Aleph Zero are pretty much the only really good DAGs right now, and then they have IOTA, which is a really old one that has kind of been quiet for a very long time and never really pans out. Okay, so you have all these bullish things that are going on in the background. You also have a lot of huge backers. Now, if you guys didn't know, Mr. Beast is actually following the Aleph Zero Twitter account, which is really interesting to me. I did make a tweet about it a while ago. Oh, speaking of which, you guys can follow me on Twitter if you want. You can see my little profile down there. But yeah, so Mr. Beast, there was a VC fund that invested in Aleph Zero in the very beginning, and I believe looking at the different clues and stuff, that Mr. Beast is also involved in this. Now, he's not going to come out and directly say it, of course, but I'm sure he's interested in new tech, and he's got to be, doing investment with his huge amounts of money that he's creating with his amazing YouTube channel. But yeah, I mean, there are huge investors behind Aleph Zero, and the biggest thing to me is that the team is not arrogant. They're always taking feedback from the community. One of their first priorities when they first launched the proof of stake was to make sure that the community validators take up more than 51% or more than 50% of the staked share of the whole stake share of the block of the DAG. All right, so basically they were pumping up their own fees and slowly spreading out the delegators to, or I guess you should say nominators, to other nodes, to other validator nodes within the Aleph Zero ecosystem, like the community validators. So like I said, I run Cryptstar Staking, which I do a lot of videos for Aleph Zero, and I ask people to go ahead and stake to Cryptstar, because that is kind of my motivation to go ahead and make these YouTube videos. I think that it's kind of decentralization is the future of humankind, and this sort of decentralized ability to vote on your favorite content creator and be able to support them or support your favorite project, such as Azero. They're doing the same thing. They have an Azero node, so if you really like their platform, you can go ahead and delegate to them. And then they went above and beyond, and now they're doing an airdrop to all of their stakers. So there's many different ways that I think Aleph Zero has succeeded in decentralizing the blockchain and coming out with these really cool policies. And a lot of this stuff, all of these ideas came from the community themselves. So they're not just sticking to their own ideas, thinking, hey, what we know is best because we're PhDs. No, they're listening to other people's advice, and actually they're listening to the people who actually be using the blockchain. They ask them for ideas, and then yeah, of course they put their smarts into it and create a better solution. But for me, that's very bullish. Another really important part about Aleph Zero is their stakeholder engagement in their Discord channel. They're constantly making announcements. There's at least one announcement every other day in their Discord channel, and they do most of their announcements on Twitter as well. So if you want to know anything about Aleph Zero, just go on the Discord and hit the notifications bell, and bajing bajang. You can see everything that's going on there. And if you're a validator, they actually have announcements for both the validators on the mainnet and validators on the testnet. So they actually have 3 different notification systems within Aleph Zero itself. Now, a bunch of other awesome products are launching on Aleph Zero, such as DRKVRS, Azero, Andromeda Swap, what was the other? Panorama Swap. There's just so many, right? Did I say Synther? Sorry, if I said Synther. And then CommonFi is coming out here soon, which everyone is super bullish on. And you have to be staking, I think, 2,000 Aleph Zero to go ahead and get that airdrop. And everyone's super bullish because it's a cross-chain DEX that's going to implement Liminal, which is going to be really awesome. Basically, imagine you're doing stuff on a blockchain. You don't want people spying on your transactions. For example, I don't know, as the government starts digging deeper and deeper into what people are doing and start trying to dox people, or you have somebody trying to dox you as a Twitter person, then they go through your Twitter messages and finally figure out what your Aleph Zero address is and try and track what you've been doing, so they can figure out, what your portfolio is, so they can use it either against you or use it in some other way. Well, it's very, it's an invasion of privacy. Privacy is very important. And Aleph Zero focuses on privacy, decentralization, as well as community. So 3 very important things to Aleph Zero is basically those 3 points, And I think all of these things have just kind of pushed the price action to go parabolic these past day or so. And I believe they're also have a huge announcement coming later today. I don't think it's been done yet, but we're guessing it's hopefully Liminal, which is that privacy layer I was talking about. So, but the privacy layer, honestly, I don't know much about it. I'm trying to read up as much as I can, find out if it's a layer 2 being built on Aleph Zero, what it is exactly. I believe it's a protocol on top of Aleph Zero that basically allows you to withdraw your Aleph Zero to this layer, and then it hides all the transactions within the layer. So basically, you could have the speed of Solana. If you guys remember Serum, the Serum DEX, and then they also had Radium and a bunch of other DEXs on there where you could place orders and everything, just normal book orders. And yeah, basically they're launching it on Aleph Zero here soon, and it's going to be just as fast, and it's actually going to be decentralized. Aleph Zero has actually made community promises to depermission the blockchain. So just like Solana, it is possible to turn it off if it breaks, right? If something is breaking down or some big hack happens, they're able to turn it off. but they've made it clear to the community, and they've kind of engaged all the stakeholders and said, hey, we're planning to turn this off at some point in time. And this promise is well known, and so far they've kept every single promise that they've made, so I have no doubt that they're going to do this in the future. And hopefully in the future, they're also going to reduce the amount of nominators so they can make it even more decentralized. So right now, about I think 48% of the validators are of the stakers are with the foundation validators. So if they raise the fee to the foundation validators to say 40-50%, or just slowly go up over time so they can decentralize the network, I think that's good. But as of right now, they're trying to make sure the blockchain remains stable, and they haven't actually added in these kind of features yet. But these are the reasons I'm really bullish on Aleph Zero. If you're bullish as well, please let me know in the comments why you're bullish. And if you have any questions regarding Aleph Zero, of course, feel free to go ahead and, well, of course, follow me on YouTube and hit that little like button down there. And also go ahead and leave a comment below, or hit me up on Twitter, or jump on my Telegram group and go ahead and ask questions there. I also have a few tutorials on how to go ahead and stake Aleph Zero, whether you're a whale, a shark, a minnow, whatever you are, 10 Aleph Zero, 1 million Aleph Zero. I have a tutorial that you can follow so you can go ahead and stake with a community, or even if you want to do the foundation validators, even though the fee is really high, you can go ahead and do that as well. Anyways, thank you guys so much for viewing. I really hope this helps you guys understand why Aleph Zero has pumped so much in the past couple of days, and I'm willing to bet it's something to do with liminal, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm not going to go ahead and say what it is right now until they make the announcement, but you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.